It's only a game. Why is it just to be mad?
Hello, Puckers, and welcome to another edition of the Energy Line podcast. It's been a while, a week and a bit. We're a bit late on this episode, but we figured we'd wait till the ends of, I guess, gameplay until the All-Star break, if that makes sense. Hi, Nick. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm all right. So I feel like I'm out of the loop right now because we haven't talked hockey in about a week and a half. It feels strange.
Yeah, I know.
A couple things we got to cover today is some of the All-Star stuff. You know, they have the whole John Scott controversy. Kopitar and Barkov, they re-signed, I should say. There's a whole big issue with Jonathan Drouin, and that's a couple of the stories we'll talk about. We'll jump right into the All-Star stuff. We'll talk about John Scott. Apparently, he's going to be wearing his Ice Caps jersey. That's what you said?
Yeah, during the skills competition, he's going to wear the St. John's Ice Caps jersey. He said that he's going to bring the jersey for the team he's playing for right now, and that's St. John's. So
that is awesome.
It's awesome. It's funny to see an AHL team being represented at the All-Star game. It sucks for Phoenix because they don't have another player being represented in the Pacific, but...
You mean Arizona?
Yeah, Arizona.
So the whole issue, because I don't think we talked about it, obviously we didn't talk about it last week because there was no episode, but... I'm pretty sure the issue broke where they kicked him off the All-Star game for a while. That was last week, right?
They say that the reason why Phoenix traded John Scott was to try and get him to give up his position. Like they went to him and say, "You need to not be in the All-Star game. This isn't for you." And he said, "No, I want to play the game. I was voted in."
They forced Bergevin to make the trade essentially.
From what I heard, Bergevin wanted one of the defenseman prospects on Nashville. Nashville wanted a prospect from Arizona, and then Arizona wanted Jared Tenorti. And this was the first offer that Bergevin got for Tenorti all year, even though he's been trying to trade him for a year. And so he just took it, and I guess got John Scott out of it.
What I heard was they wanted. Because they got Victor Bartley from Nashville, and they traded the guy they got from Arizona to get Victor Bartley, who was Stephen Elliott.
Yeah.
So what I heard was they just wanted to do Stephen Elliott for Jared Tenorti, but what's his name? Oh, fuck. I always forget his name. The guy that runs Arizona, the general manager, the douchebag that he is, said the only way we're doing this deal is if you take John Scott. So he was kind of forced to take him, and I'm pretty sure that was the whole NHL trying to be like, all right, if we trade John Scott over to the East, he can't participate in the All-Star game.
Yeah, but...
Too bad.
Yeah.
That's all I have to say.
Exactly.
John Scott got voted in by the fans. He should be there, and he is going to be there. So thankfully, they got it right, because this could have ended really bad considering, the NHL and the NHLPA never really seem eye to eye. And taking a player, which is part of the NHLPA, out of the All-Star game, which is run by the NHL, could lead to another lockout. So...
Yeah.
Luckily for hockey fans all over the world, John Scott will be in the All-Star game in the skills competition, and that's reason to watch right there.
It is a reason to watch. It's going to be funny. It's like everyone knows that the All-Star game is a joke. It's supposed to be for fun, it's not a super serious game. It never was, and call him a brawl star will be funny.
I think the only time the All-Star game ever got taken some sort of serious was when it was North America versus the world. Because you had Canadians and Americans facing it off against Europeans to prove who was the better at hockey, essentially. It was that kind of All-Star. Because East and West, it's East and West.
Yeah.
And then North America versus the world, it's all right. It might start off as shits and giggles. It's just we're having fun. Then it's no, we want to beat these Europeans or we want to beat these Canadians, show how much better we are at hockey kind of thing.
Yeah.
And now it's just straight up into 3-on-3. Let's have a joke of a fucking game.
Yeah, let's play some shitty hockey.
Yeah, and luckily John Scott's there, because if he was forced out, I wouldn't have watched and we wouldn't have had an All-Star topic on the next podcast, that's for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't think I watched the last All-Star game. Not last year. But, there's no really real reason to watch the All-Star game before.
What?
It's pointless.
It's pointless. Yeah, there's no reason.
Yeah.
Skills competition, sure, you can watch that, even though that's getting fucking ridiculous now too with all these stupid things. Oh, breakaway relay, 5 guys on 1 goalie. It's like, oh yeah, that's so much skill right there.
Yeah.
Like, it's stupid. Just off the top of my head, who do you think is going to win the hardest shot? Chera's not there, so I'm going John Scott. I'm just really interested to see what kind of events he's going to be in.
Yeah, I'll be biased and I'll say Subban.
Yeah, I could see Subban.
Yeah,
he's got a pretty. But Shea Weber is,
Shea
I believe,
Weber.
is in the All-Star game as well.
Got
So
Shea Weber.
He's probably the best bet. So
Yeah.
I'll pick Shea Weber.
I'll still say Subban. Him or Shea Weber though.
Carlson's also there. I don't know if he's got that hard of a shot, but you never know. We'll see.
He's a pretty good shot.
He's got a really good shot, but I don't know if it's hard. I'm sure it's hard, but
it's hard. But I think Subban's is a stronger shot, but Carlson's is probably more accurate.
Oh yeah, for sure. So just like every other year in the All-Star game, big stars decide that they can't play because they're injured, air quotes.
Or
Jonathan
sick.
Taves and Alex Ovechkin have both backed out of the All-Star game, according to you, anyways.
Yeah, I saw that on NHL.com. Ovechkin apparently played last night. I got an injury. I think I'll take the game off, and the next game after that, because apparently if you don't play the All-Star game and you're in the All-Star game, you get an automatic 1-game suspension.
Yeah.
So, and Taves is apparently sick, so he can't make the All-Star game.
It's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
I feel like because Crosby wasn't invited this year, which is insane to think of, even though, technically he shouldn't be if you're thinking about it, but he's such a big name, he kind of has to be there.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of like if Gretzky wasn't invited, even in his last year when he wasn't producing as much as he used to. He was still doing well for his age. But it's just like, even Crosby, like when he was invited, I think he missed like 3 All-Star games in a row.
Yeah.
It was like insane. It's like just a joke now. It's like, why even do it? Just scrap the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bring on the Olympics. So Kuznetsov and James Neal will be taking their places.
Yeah.
I believe you said that John Tavares is taking Ovi's spot as captain for Metropolitan.
Yes. Which makes sense of the players. I would have given it to him or Malkin. Maybe.
Kuznetsov definitely deserves to be there.
Yeah.
Definitely. The guy's been fire for the Capitals all season. So,
yeah.
James Neal, I guess. I don't know why they wouldn't just, since Taves isn't there, why didn't they just give it to an Arizona player,
Yeah, they probably should have gave it to an Arizona.
Max Domi or somebody.
Yeah, because you're already down there. Don't have anyone playing for Arizona because of Scott being traded and all. They should have probably had Max Domi or even Shane Doan.
Yeah.
Or Oliver Ekman-Larsson.
Yeah. It's.
Well, I guess he's not forward, so.
Yeah. Well, also, I don't think Nashville's in Central anyways, so is Chicago. Arizona's in Pacific, but I don't think it really matters anyways.
Yeah.
Fucking Chicago had Kane already
Mm-hmm.
and Taves, so
Kane,
it's 2
Taves,
guys.
And didn't they also have Crawford?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I would assume so. He's been playing pretty well.
Mm.
Anyways, All-Star game is, or All-Star skills competition, I believe, is Saturday, right?
Yep, Saturday night, and then the All-Star game is sometime Sunday.
And then hockey comes back on Tuesday, I believe, well, at least for the Bruins.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, man. Next week's podcast might be a quick one, because that's all we're going to be talking about is the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Because it's Tuesday, That's when the hockey usually starts, so.
And maybe we can just,
well, it depends what happens. Maybe the All-Star game will be awesome, and something cool will happen. We'll have something to talk about.
Yeah.
We got to go through all the skills competitions anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so we'll move on to some actual hockey news that matters. Dennis Wideman of the Calgary Flames, he took a little bit of a check last night, went kind of face first into the boards, got up, skating to the bench, and absolutely destroyed a referee from behind with a cross-check.
Yeah.
Why he did it, I don't know. All I know is he's going to get suspended.
Oh, yeah.
Probably a big one, too.
Yeah, because it's one thing to cross-check a player who's, like, takes it all the time, gets hit all the time. It's another thing to just go up and wall up a referee.
Yeah, for no reason.
Yeah.
Like his way of saying, he was like, I was I didn't know where I was or something. I was just trying to get to the bench, which I can understand. You know, you got hit, your face kind of hit the boards, but he looked fine. He didn't have any wobbly legs.
Yeah.
He got up. Once he got hit, he got up. He started skating to the bench. The referee was coming. He could easily step to the right, and instead he just cross-checked him in the back. And I was like, wow, really, Wideman?
Yeah.
Really? No, I wouldn't say rumor. NHL just posted before we started this podcast that he will have a hearing, I think in-person hearing, I think they said, and he's definitely going to get suspended, and you'll find out more after the All-Star break, apparently. So I'm going to guess like at least 5 games.
I'll give it 10.
Which is funny because, you know, people could go around throwing elbows in each other's face and get 2. Dennis Wideman touches the referee and you'll get double digits.
Yeah. But it's not just touching a referee like a certain LA King did last night as well. He went
that was an accident, though.
Yeah, I know that was an accident. But this guy, he cross-checks a referee. No need for that.
Yeah, there really isn't.
Yeah.
So poor Dennis Wideman, that's a key point of Calgary's, I guess, offensive defenseman, even though he really hasn't the same year as he did last year.
Yeah.
But we'll move on. We got to talk about some, I guess, what's the word I'm looking for when you re-sign a contract?
Extensions, yeah.
Thank you. Talk about some extensions. Anze Kopitar finally extends his contract with the LA Kings, so he's off the free agent list coming up this summer.
Yeah. Damn, that's another player Toronto can't sign.
Yeah. And he's making bank. He's pretty much making $10 million for the next 8 years.
Yeah.
A little pricey, I think, for Kopitar. I don't know, man. I don't get to see many, obviously LA games because they play fucking, 3-hour time difference from where I live and 4-hour time difference from where you live.
4.5.
Yeah. So we don't get to see many LA Kings games unless they're playing in the East, of course.
Yeah. Sometimes they'll stay up if Montreal is playing against them in LA, but
yeah, and, we've seen them in the playoffs a couple times the last couple of years. So we've seen Kopitar, but I just don't see him as a $10 million player.
Yep. I think he's one of the best players on the Kings, but at the same time, I would have gave him 8.5. That would have been my highest. I thought
he's making the same money as Taves and Kane. I don't think Taves is a $10 million player either. Kane, on the other hand, yes, I'll give that to him because he produces points in the season, and more importantly, he produces points in the playoffs.
Yeah.
So he's definitely worth that money.
Definitely.
Kopitar, he gets thrown around with Taves and Bergeron. That would be two-way forwards.
Yes.
Best two-way forward centermans in the game. Some people threw Backus in there, but those people are retarded. So, Taves is making 10. Kopitar's making 10. Bergeron's making 6, almost $7 million, I think.
Yeah.
And he's better than both of them.
Yeah.
And he's making that to 2022 or some shit like that. So we got him locked up at a ridiculous price. And they're all around the same age, 30 years old. I think Taves might be a bit younger.
Yeah, Taves is younger. Because Bergeron, he played with Crosby and World Juniors, didn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, so.
And Corey Perry.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I don't know. If any LA Kings fans are here, what do you think about, or listening, what do you think about the deal? I think it's a bit pricey for Kopitar, but you never know because obviously the cap is probably going to go up higher and higher throughout the years. So maybe in 5 years' time, $10 million will be pennies. Who knows?
Yeah. The other player getting extended, Barkov, really good for Florida. He's been playing phenomenally.
Barkov is the Panthers.
Yeah.
He went down with injury, and they started off okay. They were a mediocre team.
Yeah.
He went down with injury, and they went down with him essentially. And then once he's come back, they've absolutely destroyed it. He's their franchise player. Some people may think it's Urba but Barkov is the guy. Obviously, Luongo is a big reason why they're doing so well this season.
Yeah, Luongo's playing real well, but
Luongo's always been good.
Yeah,
and the deal.
Yeah.
The deal is phenomenal. Barkov is 22, I think, if that.
He's probably 20.
Yeah, something like that. He was wicked young.
He was drafted the same year that McKinnon and Drouin were drafted.
That's right. Yeah. So a couple years, 2021.
Yeah.
Yeah. 6-year deal. So he'll be 26, 27.
Yeah. Right.
That's $6 million. That is a steal for the guy that's already producing.
Yeah. In a couple 6 years,
steal.
when he's even further developed, he's going to make real bank in Florida, especially with
Oh, yeah.
the no taxation that he gets there.
Yeah, he'll probably get like a double what he's getting now. He'll probably be $12 million player if he's still, producing. You never know. Some players can just fizzle out. I doubt he will, though. He's phenomenal.
Very good player.
Yeah, good in all zones. So, and he's playing with Jagger. That doesn't help. He doesn't hurt,
Yeah. Jagger the unaging.
Yeah, no shit. So I like that deal.
Yeah.
Kopitar deal, not so much. The Barkov deal, yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
Well, we just brought up Jonathan Drouin.
Yeah.
Might as well talk about Jonathan Drouin because we never got to talk about this. It's old news by now, but we might as well bring it up. Jonathan Drouin, obviously, the whole bunch of speculation. No, he's going to get traded. He asked for a trade. He got sent down to the AHL. It's like, oh, St. Louis is after him. Oh, Nashville, fucking Toronto, Montreal. All these teams are after him. And then what does he do? His agent tells him, you know what? Fuck off. We're not playing anymore.
Yeah.
For your stupid AHL team. Oh, my God. Idiot.
Yeah.
And now his trade is just plummeted.
Yeah.
Nobody wants him.
Nobody's going to want him. Well, the teams are going to want him, but his price whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Went right down. From what I've heard, that the Lightning wanted a roster player and a pick, and I say they'll be lucky to, like a first round pick. I say they'll be lucky to get a mid to high tier prospect and a low pick, like a third or fourth.
I still see Drouin sitting the entire season, and they're going to trade him at the draft.
That would make a lot of sense
because there's no pressure on them.
No.
Drouin wasn't. It's not like Drouin was like lighting it up and out of nowhere. He's like, I want to trade, and then it's like, oh fuck, now we need someone to fill his spot. They sent him down to the AHL. They didn't want him anymore.
No.
Essentially, he wasn't producing. Like he was playing with pretty much with Stamkos all year.
Yeah,
and
he was often injured.
Yeah, so it's like, here you go, let's go to the AHL, and then he's like, you know what? No, F you guys, I'm not playing anymore. It's you can't do that.
Yeah, now he's gone back to his home in Montreal, which isn't the team he's going to be playing for, I hope.
I never liked the guy. I always thought he was overrated. I've said this many times before.
Yeah.
Sure, he's got skills, but I don't know. I'm surprised the deal didn't get done right away.
Yeah.
It happened. I heard a lot of rumors about Anaheim as well. They got some really good defensemen over there that Tampa could use, like Sami Vatanen or Hampus Lindholm. I would have done a straight up trade for one of those guys because I think those guys are better than Drouin. But obviously St. Louis is like throwing around Kevin Shattenkirk.
Yeah,
that never happens. So I like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes somewhere at the end of the season during the draft. Because they still got like a year or two on his, or maybe a year on his contract, I think. So
yeah, he probably won't. Yeah, he has definitely have one more year on his, or 2 years on his. One more year on his entry level.
Yeah,
Thinking that what's his name, McKinnon and Barkov.
Yeah,
would have this would be the last year in Barkov's deal.
It's possible. It doesn't matter. He's still got RFA anyway. So.
Yeah. So, but I mean, if Drouin doesn't want to play for Tampa Bay and they don't care, they can just let him sit on their cap for his. If they didn't care enough, they could wait another season to trade him if they wanted to. If they don't find a good deal.
It's true.
They could just say, "Yeah, don't even come to training camp next year."
Yeah, pretty much. Idiot.
Yeah.
Dumb kid. He's just ruining his own NHL career right now.
Yeah.
A couple other players have done this, though. Obviously got Eric Lindros, not wanting to play for the Nordiques.
Yeah.
But that was Eric Lindros. Eric Lindros was a player. Kyle Turris was another guy who didn't want to play for Arizona.
Yeah.
Phoenix at the time. So, and he's doing well in Ottawa. So, you never know. We'll see what happens with Drouin. We'll stick with Tampa Bay here and Florida, since that's pretty much what we've been talking about. Both teams killing it in the East right now, 1-2 in the Atlantic Division.
Yeah. Tampa Bay is 8-2-0 in their last 10. They both have picked up big wins against Chicago.
Yeah, it's about damn time Tampa's woken up.
Yeah.
Like we said, it was only a matter of time before they came back and took the Atlantic.
Yeah.
Because they're too good of a team not to finish in the top of the Atlantic.
Yeah. And Florida they got the perfect mix of veteran leadership and young guys producing.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I love that team, and they're big bodies too. So
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess watch out everybody else in the Atlantic. Florida. I wouldn't be surprised if it's Florida, Tampa Bay finishing 1-2.
Yeah. It could be.
Honestly.
It could be Tampa Bay, Florida, but either or, it's going to be
that's
Florida
what I
and Tampa Bay.
Detroit will give them a run for their money. I guess Boston kind of can if they know how to win a game or two.
Yeah.
It's like they win 2 games, they lose 3 games. They win 3 games, they lose 2 games. It's ridiculous. But, I'm glad for Tampa. It's about damn time, though. Seriously. Stamkos seems to be lighting the lamp a bit more. So I heard that they offered him a deal.
Yeah.
$8.5 million.
Yeah. And then he said,
laughable.
Yeah. Well, it's negotiations. They offer him low, and then he's going, I want this much, and then they'll try to meet in the middle.
Yeah, it's just still
and even,
laughable.
It's funny that I said they offer him low at $8.5 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still see Stamkos re-signing with Tampa Bay. But
I don't.
You don't?
No.
Are you one of the kids that thinks, oh, he's a free agent next year. He's going to be a Leaf.
He's going to the Leafs. He is going to the Leafs, man.
Yeah, I would laugh. Like, if he...
It's the same shit as last year with Babcock. Everyone was like, Babcock's going to the Leafs, and then everyone was like, no, he's not. You retarded. And then, sure enough, where did he go? To the Leafs. Yeah. It's the same fucking shit, man.
Yeah.
Stamkos is going to end up the Leafs. He would have signed already.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not a money thing, man. He doesn't. I don't think he wants to be there.
It's true. I'm just
Hopefully
saying.
he proves me wrong, because the Leafs will be freaking scary if he goes there, though, with the young guys coming up.
Yeah.
Offensively, anyways.
And plus the potential of them getting Austin Matthews.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I hope that Tampa Bay re-signs him so I can put it on Facebook and just have a big old laugh. You fucking idiots. You thought you were getting him.
I hope Tampa resigns him for the same amount like Kopitar, like around the $10 million mark.
Yeah.
And then next season, Victor Hedman becomes, I think he's a free agent. I'm not sure if he's RFA or just UFA.
Yeah.
But sure enough, he becomes a free agent the season after. They won't have money for him.
No, they won't.
And then he comes home to Boston, and then we got our defenseman.
Home to Boston?
Yeah, dude, I swear to God, that guy's a Bruins fan.
Yeah? Does he not play well against Boston?
No, he wore number 4 in juniors, and then came to Tampa. Couldn't wear 4 because Cavier was there still.
Yeah.
What did he change his number to? 77.
Oh, yeah. That makes sense.
He's got to be some sort of Bruins fan. Who would do that, you know?
Yeah.
If you're usually when your number's 4, if the 4 is taken, what do you do? 44.
Yeah, that's true.
You went 77. That's a complete. It's like, oh, I can't be Or. I guess I'll be Bork. All right, let's talk about the West, because Chicago Blackhawks, holy crap. They came out of, well, I wouldn't say nowhere. They were, always in the pack, in the middle of the pack, and then out of nowhere, they won 13 games in a row?
They had a 12-game win streak.
My goodness.
Dating way back into the near part of the end of last month.
Yeah, just domination. Took over the West. They're the top dog now. Dallas is just being the way Dallas should be, honestly.
Yeah.
Jamie Benn and Tyler Sagan cooling down just a tad. Still putting up points, but not dominating. They were at the most part of the mid, I guess, till the mid-season.
Yeah, early part of the season.
Yeah, which I'm fine with because they're overrated. Well, their players aren't. The team's overrated because Jamie Benn and Tyler Sagan are great hockey players, but offensively, anyways. Chicago just continues to be a franchise.
Oh yeah, they're the modern day version of a dynasty.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. And as much as I hate to say it, I could still see them winning the cup this year.
Yeah, of course they can.
Yeah.
They got their core.
Yeah, every year they have a chance to win the cup.
See, unlike other teams that say, this is our core group of guys, Peter Strelly and the Boston Bruins. Oh, we got our core guys. We got Patrice Bergeron, Milan Lucic, Brad Marchand, David Krejci, Rich Peverly, Chris Kelly, Sean Thornton, Dennis Seidenberg. Those aren't core guys. Those are freaking core guys. Are Bergeron, Rask, Chera, I guess, at their time, anyways. I'd throw Marchand in there, Krejci. Those are your core guys. Tyler Sagan, core guy. What do? You trade him for a bag of pucks.
Yep.
Goddamn.
I've also heard that Boston might be shipping Louis Eriksson because they don't think they can trade it. They can sign him.
Well, they definitely can sign him. Will they? That's the question.
Yeah.
I'd rather them trade him and get a defenseman. If it's a good defenseman, that is.
Yeah.
Because they got the young guys coming up. You got Eriksson playing right wing. You know, he can play left wing as well. You got Bolesky and Marchand as your 2 left wings right now, 1 and 2 essentially. They're trying out Spooner on the wing, so you have the options. I'd get rid of him. I think he's good, but I also think that has a lot to do with David Krejci.
Yeah.
Just like you could put anyone with David Krejci and you'll make them look like $1 million.
Yeah.
He's just such a good playmaker. I'm not taking it away from Eriksson. He's played amazing this season, but when I look at it, the Bruins' problem isn't offense; it's defense, big time. So
yeah, and with Chara nearing his end of the line, we'll say,
and nobody from the Lion pride to take his spot.
Yeah,
because we got rid of Dougie Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, yeah, they need somebody.
Yeah.
Chara came into Boston around 30, so, there's a couple guys, like Dustin Byfuglien, who's 30, who I do not want. I don't think he's any good. But, I'm hoping that they get somebody between the ages of like 25 and 30 who's an established defenseman to come in and take a spot. That'd be nice. But anyways, yeah, Chicago killing it. Florida team's killing it. Power rankings. No, wait. Trades.
Yeah, we had 2 trades this week. Or in the last couple of weeks, we had Yuri Sekach traded to Chicago from Anaheim for Ryan Garbutt, which is still a funny name to say. And Anaheim not done. They traded Carl Hagelin for David Perron on Pittsburgh.
And Adam Clendening, who is now in Edmonton.
Yeah.
Because he's I think Anaheim put him on waivers, and then Edmonton picked him up.
Yeah.
Apparently, that guy's like on his 9th team this season.
That's hilarious.
That's including like AHL teams, I think. Okay. But still, it's crazy.
Very.
Both good trades for both teams too. The Perron and
Hagelin.
I think both of them have like 5 points in 5 games or something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Sekach has been pretty injury plagued all season from what I've seen. I've noticed him a lot on the IR.
Where did he go to?
He went to Chicago.
Oh, okay. Well, fuck.
Yeah.
that's like right up his alley. That team.
Yeah. I want him to do well. I really do, but it just makes me sick every time I see him do well because it's what
you traded him for nothing.
Yeah, we traded him for
Fonte Smith, Pelly.
Yeah. I still say that was a case of Bergevin being forced to trade a player because the coach didn't like him.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, but that's neither here nor there. That's a year ago, and yeah. So, yeah. Power rankings, then. Yeah, or do you want me to do the injury report?
Oh, if you want to.
All right, so injuries this past couple weeks. Got some big ones here. Hendrik Sedin, James Van Riemsdyk, Max Pacioretty just got hurt.
Is he out?
So far as day-to-day, but I could see him,
pulling a Max Pacioretty and pretending that he's hurt.
No.
Just like when he got hit by Chara.
Yeah, sure. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins, Bobrovsky's out again.
Yeah, what else is new?
Yeah, anyone other big? Sean Couturier. That's all I can see of big names, other names. Clayton Stoner, Michael Ferland, Cam Ward, Jay Ben. I'll let you guess which one that is. Hint, it's not Jamie.
Jordy.
Yeah. Brandon Davidson, Willie Mitchell, Paul Byron, John Merrill, John Moore, Adam Pellich, Bo Bennett, Adam Lowry, Daniel Carr, and that's it.
Yeah, a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, power rankings, sir.
All right, so at number 5 this week, I have I don't have a couple weeks ago, but I guess they would have changed from last week anyway. Number 5 this week is Boston. Mainly because I want to jinx you. Ha 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 ha.
You bastard.
No, I think they've been doing all right for what they are.
They haven't.
No?
Oh my god, they've been playing like ass.
Oh, I have not been paying that much attention.
You should saw them play against Anaheim. Oh my god, it was bad.
Well, They're number 5 because I'm jinxing you, you little shit. No,
Maybe it'll work for me.
maybe. All right, number 4, I have Colorado. This is a team that's actually really turned it around from the early. They're on a big win streak too. I'm pretty sure. At least they were. I think last time I saw they were on an 8-game win streak or something like that.
They're playing like the way they should be playing. Finally.
Exactly. At number 3, I have the Washington Capitals. Top team in the Eastern Conference, top team in the league, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
However, I feel like in the past couple weeks, there are 2 teams that have been playing better. At number 2 is the Chicago Blackhawks. A 12-game win streak is nothing to sneeze at. It's, in this day and age, it's really strong. And, it's Chicago Blackhawks. They're one of the best teams in the league. But the team that took that big win streak away from them is number 1. That's the Florida Panthers. We've talked about them at length today and in other podcasts, but with their core, or their young core, and their veteran leadership that they have, it's hard pressed to see another team do as well in the Atlantic Division as them, besides maybe Tampa Bay.
All right. At number 5, I have the San Jose Sharks because they've just been killing it lately. I think they 8-0-2 in their last 10 or something like that. And it pisses me off. You're supposed to do bad, you freaking sons of bitches.
Don't worry.
I need that giraffe pick.
Yeah, don't worry. You need that giraffe pick?
Yeah, the Bruins have their first overall.
Yeah,
Martin Jones. So
yeah, don't worry. They'll do bad in the next 2 weeks or so.
I hope so. Number 4, LA. They continue to be LA. They're doing well. Not the best couple games lately, but they're still killing it. Daniel Cave has definitely put a couple goals in for them, which is weird.
Yeah.
Number 3, I got the Tampa Bay. I was going to say Buccaneers for some reason. I don't know why. The Tampa Bay Lightning, who are just jumping up the Eastern Conference standings, jumping up the Atlantic standings, starting to play the way they should be playing. The injury bug is kind of gone now, so that's probably a big reason to do with it. Number 2, I got the Chicago Blackhawks, who just come up out of nowhere, really, winning 12 games in a row, like we said, just killing it. And number 1, like always, the Washington Capitals, because they are phenomenal, and they will continue to be phenomenal, and they'll raise the Stanley Cup.
Yep. All right, so for the poop rankings, oh joy, it's another 4 Canadian team extravaganza. Number what?
I said same here.
Yeah. Number 5, you have the Winnipeg Jets. They're one of the lower teams in the Western Conference, I believe. I haven't been paying that much attention to them. To be honest, I looked at the teams that had the longest losing streaks, and I just picked names from them. But yeah, I got the Jets, followed by the Edmonton Oilers, proving me wrong and saying they still have a chance to make the playoffs. But
of course they do.
They still do. Well, of course they do.
In that division?
That division, but since I put them there, I don't think their points have moved since, so there's that. But on the good news, they're getting their good friend Connor McDavid back.
Yep.
Yeah. At number 3 this week, I got the only American team here, the Buffalo Sabres. Not playing good at all. They're one of the top, the bottom 3 in the Atlantic Division. And yeah, the bottom 3, I'll just say, are the bottom 3 here too. But Buffalo still has less points than number 2 on this list is the Montreal Canadiens. The Montreal Canadiens. I could go on a huge rant right now and say what exactly is wrong with this team, but I can sum this up in 6 or 7 words. No Carey Price. Andre Markov sucks. That's all I'm going to say about them. And number 1 this week is Toronto, because they have 1 win in their last 10 games.
Because it makes you feel better.
And it makes me feel better to see another team do so bad. But here's the thing, Lee says. Here's the thing. You want to do bad. You want to do bad so you can get Austin Matthews. You want to have selling points for Steven Stamkos. And you're welcome for letting Columbus win 2 games, by the way.
All right, my poo-poo rankings, my bottom 5. Number 5 is the Minnesota Wild. Don't know how they didn't make your list, considering they won 2 games in the last 10, I believe. Holy hell, what the hell's wrong over there? Devin Dubnyk, pick it up, my friend.
Yeah.
This is like typical Minnesota, though. Like midway through the season, they just suck it up, and then out of nowhere, they like win like 200 games.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Edmonton Oilers, and here comes the Canadian parade. Oilers they're the Oilers. They're never good. And same thing goes to their counterpart in the Calgary Flames at number 3, because they're never good either, except last year for some reason out of nowhere.
Yeah.
They went on that little bit of a tear at one point, but now they're back to being the Flames the way they should be at the
so did
bottom
the
of
Oilers,
the freaking Western
to be
Conference.
fair.
Yeah, true. Number 2 is the Toronto Maple Leafs.
Oh, fuck you.
Because the Toronto Maple Leafs, they're bad, but they're not number 1 bad. The Montreal Canadiens, who are just freaking awful. My God. When was the last time they won 3 games in a row?
Probably.
The beginning of the season?
No, they definitely went on a little tear just before Price got... No, it was when Price just came back for the first time, I think. They might have had a 3-game win streak.
When are they just going to say that he needs surgery and he's out for the season?
At this point, I want them to say it so I can embrace the tank and not be teased that Price could be back. We can turn this around. We can turn this around.
I keep seeing, it's like every week in a bit, they're like, Carey Price is skating again. Then it shows a picture. He's not in any of his gear.
Yeah.
And he's just skating. I'm like, this guy is nowhere near being ready.
Exactly.
Nowhere near being ready. And like I said, the first time when he first got injured, I'm like, watch it be a lingering injury and he's going to need surgery. It's still lingering. Surgery hasn't come yet. But I'm always right. It's going to happen.
Yeah.
He's out for the season. They just don't want to admit it. I don't know why.
At this point, I would rather them say out front Price is going to take the surgery. He'll be back for next season, but for now, just experience the tank of legends.
Honestly,
from the first in the NHL all the way down to the last.
Honestly, dude, this is kind of the best thing for your team if Price is out.
Yeah.
Because think of it this way, you don't have that much time to win the cup because Carey Price's contract and I think Patrick's contract come up around the same time.
Yeah, but that's in a couple years. 4 or 5 years.
No, it's shorter than that. I thought it was like 2 years.
No, when I looked last, Pacioretty's contract is in a couple of years, in like 4 or 5 years. Price only just signed a big contract the other year.
Oh, did he? Oh, wow. Okay. Well, anyways. If you look at it this way, you have the timetables. You got your core guys. You got Gallagher signed. You got Pacioretty signed. I don't know why, but you have him as a captain for some reason as well.
Yeah.
You got Price. That's your backbone. You got Subban.
Yeah.
He should be scoring goals even though he's not. I don't understand it.
It's not my job to score good fucking goals. I could give a fucking shit if I score my first goal in however long.
So, anyways. You look at it this way. If you guys do lose Price, Steven Stamkos goes to Toronto by all miracles.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay, pretty much, they're still a good team, but they're missing their best player, obviously. So that pretty much leaves you alone at the pack.
Yeah.
In front of the Atlantic. Florida, I guess you could throw in there as well.
Yeah.
Because they'll be good. But, Roberto Luongo is getting older. Price is just getting better. He's still young for a goaltender.
Yeah.
Obviously. You become sellers.
Yeah.
At the end of the season, trade deadline, you get rid of Markov. You get a lot from Markov.
Yeah.
Even though you probably shouldn't.
No.
Maybe somehow you do the best thing in the world and you trade Thomas Mechanics because you really should.
Yeah.
You dump off other guys like Thomas Fleischmann.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be there a long time. You get a couple of draft picks for that. And then you come back stronger next season with a couple of new guys.
Yeah. And who knows? Maybe you tank so badly and you win that draft lottery and you get Austin Matthews.
Yeah, possible.
It's possible. At this point, I would be thrilled to watch the draft and Montreal be that 3rd pick overall at front, and then when it comes there, and the winner of the draft lottery, 2016 draft lottery, the Montreal Canadiens, with Toronto being the bottom one, I just yes, the fuck. I would just die laughing, you fuckers.
And you trade Galchenyuk for Drouin.
I wouldn't. Okay, I wouldn't go that far. might trade at this point, it might be a good idea to trade Galchenyuk because, like,
You do a package deal. You trade Mechanics and Galchenyuk, and you get a real centerman.
yeah, get a
Malkin.
yeah.
You get Crosby.
Oh yeah, that'd be hilarious. Toronto.
You trade Mechanics and Galchenyuk and your first overall pick for Crosby.
Which,
oh god.
oh my goodness, that'd be hilarious.
Well, that sounds like a legit deal,
It does,
honestly.
But have Crosby in Montreal and then Tampa Bay, or not Tampa Bay, Stamkos in Toronto. Have Crosby versus Stamkos as a major selling point for those games.
Yeah. And then Crosby retires a year later due to concussion issues.
I'd be like, you fucking kidding me. Look at Pittsburgh there. Alex Galchenyuk, second liner, first liner, Evgeny Malkin with Austin Matthews on his line. I fucking hate everything. I fucking hate everything.
Oh, God. Anyways, that is this edition of the Energy Line podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to leave a like and a couple comments if you feel like it. If you're watching over on Spreaker.com, I don't know, share it with your friends. Same goes with Stitcher and the iTunes link, whatever the hell that is. I don't even know what it is.
No.
This is the one that runs the iTunes page. So
Yeah.
And I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you later, puckers.
Peace out.